Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in. Back again with another episode review for Reasonable Doubt, Season 1. This is going to be episode 5. Now, don't forget, it's on Hulu, right? Now, they're showing Season 2, but a lot of folks haven't seen Season 1, and it is a lead up to Season 2. So I'm catching you up for those who want to hear what I got to say and may not want to, join into the whole show. However, it's real good, y'all. It takes place out of Los Angeles, California. I grew up out there, still out there. Well, kind of, sort of. I'm in the Inland Empire right now, what they call the high desert. I'm like almost to Vegas. Yeah, I'm up way out there, y'all. But it's all good because a lot of what they saying and talking about and going places and whatnot, like Simply Wholesome, they've been there before. I haven't been there in years, but they have real good food. If you're visiting LA, go to Simply Wholesome. That's over there near Baldwin Hills, Park View, Leimert Park, all of where a lot of the Black Renaissance has happened in LA. Excuse me. Now I'm going through my notes. I got my notes, y'all. You hear my notes. And we're going to do what they call a throwback. Well, like I said before, it's a lot of lead up too. So they kind of reference what then transpired prior to what's happening at the time. So we got a throwback to when Jax was in the public defender's office. And she said it was about 16 years ago prior to current. So Jax is defending a man who wanted a plea deal, although he didn't do it, similar to what happened with Damon, right? And coincidentally, after the guy wanted a plea deal, now he had faith in Jax, don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted. But everybody has a right to their defense and everything and how they want their case to be. So the attorney can't just override what the client wants, especially when she's defending him or her. So he was like, I'm Spanish, I'm Mexican American or some type of Latino. just for reference sake, we'll call him Mexican American. And he's just really not confident in them finding him not guilty. So he decided to do a plea deal, something he can live with. Again, if it's something you can live with, you're going to deal with it, right? So so that's what happened with him. And on her list of clients, she meets Damon. And he in there for some malarkey. Trial, girl. So next you see her trying to negotiate Damon's case with the DA, which is homeboy that she's dealing with in current. So they've known each other for a long time, went to the same law schools and everything from the same LA area. And she's just trying to negotiate, how they do. Well, we don't have enough evidence. It's the wrong evidence. But, DA ain't trying. They said, no, we got a good case. Everybody got a good case. Yeah, we're going to find out. Next, we got her talking to Autumn. She's at the house, and Autumn is one of her girlfriends, the lesbian, and she's trying to convince Autumn, girl, why you keep bringing your girlfriend around and not saying she your girlfriend? Just announce to everybody that's your girlfriend. I was like, I don't know. You're the only one that understands, girl. if they your friend, they gonna understand. They don't give a doggone. They gonna be like, what, for real? What she look like? Where she at? You know how we do. Once we find out, we look. When there's genuine love and care, we don't give a doggone. Long as you ain't committing no crime, long as ain't no kid, and no animal, you know what I'm saying? We gonna ride with you anyway. So next we got Sally. She's getting married, and they're at the bachelorette party, and she cutting up, trying to kiss all on the stripper and ride them on the stripper, dry humping on the stripper and carrying on. So she done got too drizzled and they over there kissing. And they're like, girls, don't be kissing no stripper. Next thing you know, she earling the stripper's like, what in the? Now that's just nasty. You can't throw up in my mouth. I'm sorry, it's time to go. So Sally's in the bathroom talking with Jax, and she's just so concerned about all of her whole activities that she's been indulging in all her life. Well, all her adult life, rather, because everybody grown. And then you see Shanelle talking about some dude named JT that she met. He played football and he trying to take her here and take her there, making plans. Child. We see how that's going to end up. Anywho, so she's again back talking with the DA, more strategy with Damon, and just trying to move on with his case. Now the trial is happening and there's some flirting going on between her and Damon. Now he is fine, but he your client. It's okay. We all grown. Girl, what you gonna do? This man is you trying to keep this man from going to the pokey. You can't be worried about what he looked like and what he may got going on in between. Girl, I tell you, when folks is hot, they hot. Anywho, so she just really trying to get this going with his trial. The co-defendant then made a deal with the DA's office, and she's like, "Say, look, y'all look alike. Let's just derive a plan that they just mistaken identity." And believe you me, they do look alike. Damon and his so-called homeboy that turned state's evidence, child. Now the homeboy saying that it was Damon, not him. Although, Damon is a squeaky clean dude with a business and carrying on. But the other dude got previous issues. But all of a sudden, he's the model. Child, I'll be mad as all get out. But, that's what happens. So, so they just going through the motions and everything, and the trial don't look too good. She's just trying to, work it on out, and Damon, and so later on in the evening, she getting ready to go to bed, and she gets a call, and guess who it is? It's Damon. He said he didn't bought a burner phone from somebody so he can make calls on the low in jail. Boy, you supposed to be a model client, and there you go. Anyway, so they talking on the phone all low and carrying on, and next thing you know, folks has had to try it again. Why is they doing phone sex on he in jail? She's trying to keep him from staying in jail. They supposed to be strategizing. Next thing you know, she twaddling and twiddling, and he listening, and they have a good old night, I guess. Child, that would just be so awkward. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so next they have Sally wedding, and guess who catches the bouquet? It was Jax. Then Shanelle is all upset and looking all down because JT stood her up, talking about he was gonna be there. Yeah, he gonna do this, that, and the third. Well, where he at? He ain't nowhere to be found, child. So Chanel's all bummed. So then Jax is back at her house. She's staying with her mom while she's getting all of her, legal stuff going, and she's struggling. She just started not her practice, but she just started working, and so her and her mom are talking. Her mom was a legal secretary of sorts. So her mom is trying to give her advice on what to do. And she's like, Mom, I'm the attorney, but I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. And as Jax is leaving, her stepdad appears with some flowers. And so she's having a sit down conversation with her mom and her stepdad. And he's gone for about 10 years. And the stepmom was like, I'm ready to take you back. And Jax was like, no, you shouldn't take him back from what he did. They didn't say what he did, but Jax is adamant that he should not be there. So he did something to the point where he was gone for about 10 years. I'm like, that's a long time to be gone. But he said he's no longer a drunk. And so we know at the time that he, whatever it was pertaining to, he was a drunk and he's no longer a drunk. So, well, that's good for that. But something happened that Jax is adamant that he shouldn't be back in the house. And we're going to find out what that is, of course, later on in the series. So we're back in court and they're just going through the motions of trying to figure out whether or not Damon is innocent or guilty. And then all of a sudden it comes back that Jax loses the case and Damon is hauled off to prison. And then Jax goes home and cries in her mom's arms and shoulders. And she then quit the public defender's office. And next thing you know, she goes to see Damon to see about, filing an appeal, but he don't want an appeal. She was like, what you mean? She got tears in her eyes and carried on. But, she was more, emotionally attached to this case. And he was just like, that's it. I'm going to do my time and hopefully I'll see you later. And child, that was pretty much it. They hauled him out. He left her there holding the phone and she's just upset and crying. And next thing you know, she's in her car driving back to the house and she has an accident. She's not paying attention, eyes all cloudy with water. And she has a T-bone, I think, or a head-on collision. Or maybe she rear-ended somebody. And then she gets out and it's a man coming to see about her. And the voice is familiar. And she hits the car accident. She meets Lewis, who is her current husband, child. Can you believe it? I can. It's all crazy. It's all loop-de-doo. So then they move into present day and we see that she's daydreaming about all of this. And she got her scarf on this that night. And then she looks at her phone. She got 2 missed calls. Guess from who? Go ahead and guess. Go ahead. Yeah, 2 missed calls. One from her husband, Lewis, and the other one from Damon. Girl. And then she calls somebody back. We don't know who she's calling. And she was like, hey, what's up? Who's she talking to? Now, that's real telling because she's having these feelings and thinking about her feelings for Damon all these years as her client. He's out, still looking for him. And she's, still married to her husband. They going through the motions. Child, who was she calling? Well, we're going to find out in episode 6 next time. So thanks again for tuning in, y'all. Again, Reasonable Doubt, season 1, episode 5. This is on Hulu. So if you want to catch up, go ahead and watch the show and come on back. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And, it's grown folks conversation. So we'll see you later. Bye.